Introduction. Let's get one thing clear. Too many people try viral marketing and fail. The reason should be obvious. Most people have no clue what viral marketing is really all about. In fact, the more they hear the term, the more confused they get. This increases the likelihood that they will crash and burn when they try viral marketing. Let me clue you in on a secret. The secret to viral marketing is all about getting into a niche network of people. Believe it or not, people interested in whatever it is you are promoting are already congregating online. Maybe they follow a certain influential Twitter user. Maybe they have joined a wide range of Facebook groups and pages. Many of these are dedicated to this audience. Most people who try viral marketing are clueless about this. They don't even know that this niche network already exists. So, what is the secret? It's as simple as getting into the right network and resharing content that has already gone viral. There, I said it. The cat is out of the bag. Many people fail with this type of marketing because they think that they have to come up with their own stuff. What they're really trying to do is reinvent the wheel. Why should you roll the dice with content that has a high chance of not going anywhere? Focus instead on something that's already popular with your audience members. You then take that something that's popular on Twitter and reshare it on Facebook as well as on many other accounts on Twitter that may have not seen the viral content you're sharing. Leverage different sharing platforms, tagging systems, and other audience visibility systems. Believe it or not, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms want you to succeed. They want your content to spread. How come? The more popular your content becomes, the more traffic they get. It's in their interest for you to have the tools you need to promote your content. The more visible you become, the higher the chance you're going to draw new people to their platforms. This is why all these platforms have their own tagging and visibility boosting systems. Use those systems. Get traffic from them. Lead all this traffic back to your conversion page. How are you going to convert people? Well, you can try showing an ad to them. When you place the right ad in front of the right eyeballs, you may get a lot of clicks. Some of those clicks can turn into cold, hard dollars. Ideally, you should convert as much of your traffic into mailing list members. You can also get them to check out your blog. And if they like what they read, sign up to your mailing list. Once you have a lot of people on your mailing list and they are truly loyal to your content, chances are you can turn that mailing list into a recurring source of income. This guide exposes the secrets to viral marketing that helps you save time, save money, and avoid unnecessary stress. Needless to say, if you follow the tips that I'm going to share in this training, you increase your chances of finally succeeding with viral marketing. Filter your content formats to go viral on many platforms. By simply taking content from one platform and then sharing it on another, you can get quite a nice flow of traffic. Now, please understand, as I mentioned at least twice in this training, just because a piece of content is popular on one platform doesn't automatically mean that it will gain traction in another. Always remember that. With that in mind, here are just some common strategies for resharing content from one platform to another. YouTube video strategy. The first thing that you need to do is to find videos on YouTube that have a high amount of views. This is the first indication of success. This video is not some sleeper video. It's not a video that was published and was quickly forgotten. This video actually gets a lot of attention in your niche on YouTube. Next, pay attention to the comments. How many comments are there? Usually, when people comment, it means that they are emotionally invested in the video. It either registered at some level or it struck them in some way. Whatever the case may be, it had an impact on them. Look for high comment videos and, finally, look at the number of likes. This is not as important as the number of comments and the number of views. Again, you need to double check that these YouTube videos that you're considering republishing are really specific to your niche. Once you are sure that this is the kind of video you would want to curate, download these and share on your Facebook and Twitter accounts. Again, make sure to protect yourself by including CTTO and linking to the YouTube channel of the source. When sharing on Twitter, rotate the hashtag. Similarly, you can download Facebook and Twitter video content and share on your YouTube channel. You're basically just doing things in reverse. Still, you're going to have to protect yourself by posting an attribution link next to the CTTO text. Picture strategy. Find viral infographic or picture content on Instagram and Pinterest. Share these on Facebook and Twitter with proper attribution. Do the same with viral Facebook and Twitter photo content, but on the Instagram and Pinterest platforms. Again, make sure you rotate your hashtags. Make sure that this stuff is really niche specific. Also, if you find viral content in your niche on Twitter and Facebook, look for accounts on Pinterest and Instagram that target those niches. Look at their followers and try to follow those followers and possibly get them to follow you back. This way, you're working on two levels. You're not just shuffling curated content around. You're also building up an organic niche following for your accounts. All content must eventually lead to your conversion accounts. On your YouTube channel, you should have a link to your squeeze page or blog. This can be in your About page. This can also be in the description of every video you upload on YouTube. Please understand that most people don't click on the About link on YouTube. They might like your videos, but they might not bother to get more information about you. Do yourself a big favor and make sure that every time you upload a video, put your squeeze page URL or blog URL in the description section. Twitter strategy. On your Twitter account, make sure you include your squeeze page URL or your blog URL in your bio profile and rotate among these in the content that you are sharing. The same applies to your Facebook page, as well as your Facebook group posts. It's all about maximizing eyeballs to your squeeze page or your blog homepage URL. Of course, as I've mentioned several times before, when you are republishing curated content, you have to be hands-on. You can't just take content that is already popular and just shuffle it off to another platform or redistribute it on the same platform that content is already on. You're probably not going to benefit all that much from that content's viral appeal. You have to play around with the title, as well as the commentary, and really add more value to each piece of content. As you can probably tell, this is going to take quite some time, and that is why I suggest that you hire a virtual assistant with solid English skills from places like Fiverr, or if you're looking to save money, Cognoplus.com. If you need expert writing services, you might want to try Upwork, or if you are operating on a budget but need very high quality, try Ozkey.org. Save time and money by deciding not to do this. Let's get one thing clear. You definitely have the right to try to come up with your own content and hope against hope that somehow, some way, it will become viral. You're more than welcome to do that. But let me tell you, if that is your plan, prepare to waste a lot of time, money, and motivation. I don't know about you, but for me, there's nothing more demoralizing than putting in a lot of time, effort, and emotional energy into something and not seeing any results. No traffic, no conversions, no cash, no way. You only have to go through a few more days or weeks of that experience before you want to give up. That is precisely why a lot of people fail with viral content marketing. They see that it's not working, so they give up. The sad fact is, they set themselves up to fail. They let themselves down. How come? They pursue the wrong strategy. They try to come up with something hot, new, awesome, revolutionary, and groundbreaking. But for every single marketer who is able to pull that off, there are countless others who fall flat on their faces. My advice to you, don't do it. Seriously, don't even try. Let's get real here. Just because you think a content idea is hot and will go viral, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will. In fact, in most cases, that never happens. Unless you can read the minds of your target audience members, you would be better off not coming up with your own stuff. Coming up with some new viral content can be expensive, both in terms of time and money. The better way. So, what is the best way to do viral content marketing? First, you need to zero in on your niche. Remember, not all the viral content out there being shared over and over again is in your niche. In fact, the vast majority is probably not in your niche. Focus instead on proven winners in your specific niche. You need to look at how many times they've been shared. You need to look at how many times they've been retweeted. These are good indicators of how truly viral they are. It's extremely important that you focus on how many shares a piece of content has gotten. This is a good indication of how viral it is. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter how many times people like it, bookmark it, comment on it. None of that matters. Because when they do that, they're not directly recommending that piece of content to their circle of influence. They're not pushing that piece of content to people who may share the same interests when they click the like button or leave a comment. Don't waste time considering social engagement signals that don't really push the ball forward. Focus on what counts. Focus on how many times a piece of content has been shared or retweeted. Once you have found this material and you made sure that it truly is related to your niche, add a call to action to filter the eyeballs of niche audience members. This is a crucial part of the process. If you were just going to poach niche content that has already gone viral, you're not really adding much value. You're also setting up false hopes for yourself. How come? Well, chances are the vast majority of people sharing that cute video that you found and reshared are not in your target niche. You have to call people to action to a link paired with a viral video or viral picture that filters your niche audience members. For example, if you are passing along a video of a cat giving its owner a high five, you can put a call to action saying, "For amazing cat training tips, visit this site." Now, please understand that the vast majority of people sharing that cute and funny video of a cat giving high fives or fist bumps probably don't even have cats. They just think that the video is funny. They just think that it's cute and awesome. They believe it puts a smile on people's faces. But let me tell you, most of those people are probably not in your target market. The good news is, by putting a call to action with the content that you are resharing, some people who are members of your niche audience will click through. You have pre-qualified them. This is how you piggyback on tried and proven viral content that is either directly or somewhat related to your target niche.
Dear valued customer, would you like to discover a shortcut to succeed with online viral marketing? If so, pay close attention to this very limited, special offer. You will only see this once. First off, thanks so much for purchasing the guide that will teach you all the skills you need to start working with viral content. If you follow the step-by-step guide, you will be heading straight to that goal. But what if you could do it even faster? And what if you could ensure that you get the absolute best results possible and stay focused? In short, making sure that this is a real success. Now the good news is that you can. For a limited time, you can get access to the video upgrade to the guide you just purchased at a very low price. This powerful upgrade will make it easier to get started and stay committed to your ultimate goal. Just to be clear, this is an exclusive upgrade for customers only. Why do you need to upgrade to the video version of the Online Viral Marketing Secrets Guide? Did you know that most people learn a lot faster when they see something being done on video other than just by reading about it? That's because most people out there are visual learners. How do you normally learn the best? Although the guide you just purchased gives you a step-by-step approach to viral marketing, experience tells us that it requires learners to pay very close attention to the details to get the best results possible. If you miss any of the most important details or do things the wrong way, you may miss out on the full benefits offered inside the guide. For that very reason, I've put together a video version to make it easier to get positive results quickly. The video version of the guide you just purchased will help you avoid missing any important key details that you might miss by only reading the guide. Stay focused and accountable, and follow through and make sure you get ongoing results. Ensure that the work you put in now keeps on giving you benefits long into the future. Introducing the Online Viral Marketing Secrets video course. Are you ready to learn all the skills you need to start succeeding with viral marketing a lot faster? If the answer is yes, click the link below. Of course, you're probably wondering how much this is going to cost, right? First off, cost is the wrong word. This upgrade is an investment that will pay for itself many times over. This is the next best thing to having an expert on the subject right beside you, showing you how it's done. Of course, hiring an expert would easily set you back hundreds of dollars. Luckily, you're not going to have to invest anywhere near that today to get the next best thing. Not only will you avoid many of the most common mistakes that people make when trying to do viral content marketing, you'll notice immediate positive results in your achievements. And it's about to get even better. When you upgrade today, you'll also get this exclusive Fast Action bonus. Fast Action bonus, high-quality MP3s of the entire video version of the training, valued at $27. Don't have time to watch videos? I'm also providing you with 10 MP3s that you can use while you're on the go. Listen to them in the car, at home, or even at the office. All day, every day. And here's what's really great about this. You don't have to decide anything today. You get a full 30 days to go through the video training and decide if this is really for you. If for any reason, or no reason at all, you're not 100% satisfied with everything you get inside, simply let me know and I'll refund every penny of your tiny investment. No questions asked. Here's how to get instant access to the video version today. Simply click the link below, enter your information, and you'll get instant access to the entire video training version plus the Fast Action bonus MP3s. But please don't wait. You must grab this right now. In fact, if you close this page, you may never have the opportunity to upgrade to the video version of this ever again at an investment this low. Are you ready to make things happen a lot faster? If you prefer to learn by being shown how to do something and you want to get results quickly, this is for you. If you're really serious about succeeding with viral marketing, this is for you. And if you're one of those people that's a visual learner, you need this. Here's to becoming the most productive you that you can be. Remember, if you close this page, you may never see this again in such a low investment. There's no risk. Try this out for 30 days and then decide if it's for you. It doesn't get any easier than that. Remember to protect yourself when sharing others' content. I wish I could tell you that you can flat out recycle everybody's content without any legal problems. Of course, if I were to say that to you, I would be lying. I would be putting you in harm's way. Don't do that. If you're going to be curating tried and proven viral content, you have to protect yourself legally. How do you do this? The power of CTTO. What does CTTO stand for? It stands for credit to the owner. When you post this, you are saying to the world that you don't own the content and that you are attributing ownership to the person who actually owns the content. Now, understand that when people post CTTO, they don't just do it in passing. The ones who do this right will link to the source. For example, if you are posting a funny cat video and it turns out that it was a video originally made popular by a person with a personal account, include their personal account link in your curated post. Put CTTO and then link to that person. This way, people would know that that person is the owner. You are just curating this content. This is a very important part of getting legal protection. You have to give proper attribution. You cannot give the impression that you created this content yourself. Make sure to comment on the content. Under U.S. copyright law, as well as Canadian intellectual property law, if you use other people's protected intellectual property, you can gain some protection for lawsuits when you do certain things. First of all, your sharing of the content must have some sort of commentary. Either you're sharing it for news value or you're sharing it to foster conversation. This is how the fair use doctrine works. It is all about opening up copyright law to allow for genuine discussion. This way, when you comment, you are triggering the fair use doctrine. Now, I'm not saying that your comment should be very short and shallow. That's probably not going to protect you. If you are going to be curating other people's viral content, your comment must be content in and of itself. It must be that useful. It must have some sort of impact, and it almost must add value to the content that you are curating. You can't just say, check this out, or haha, funny. That's not going to work. Use this tremendous opportunity to talk about your niche. Use this opportunity to highlight your expertise and level of authority in your niche. This way, you can kill two birds with one stone. On the one hand, you qualify the curated content under the fair use doctrine. This makes it harder for the owner of the content to sue you for copyright infringement. Remember, under international intellectual property law, the only person who has a right to copy and distribute the copies of his or her original work is the content creator. Alternatively, that person may assign those rights to another person. Those are the only people who have legal rights under copyright law. The fair use doctrine makes certain exceptions in certain contexts regarding that protection. This way, you can freely share somebody's content, provided that you are adding commentary, adding value, or you are positioning it to foster discussion. It is also important to make sure that the content that you are sharing is not the whole content. For example, you are probably going to run into trouble if you share a complete movie that somebody else produces. But if you're going to share snippets of the video or screenshots like the stuff that you see on BuzzFeed, you probably will be okay. You have to look at how much of the content you are quoting or sampling. If you use the whole content, then you may be in trouble. It is also important that you link to the source. This way, they benefit from your curation. This creates a win-win situation. In most cases, third-party content producers really don't mind. In fact, they would love to encourage you. Why? The more you spread their content, the more traffic they get. The more you popularize their content, the stronger their brand becomes. You're doing them a big favor. Things get a little dicey when you're sharing snippets of popular movies or TV shows. That's when things can get a little touchy. Do yourself a big favor and make sure that there is commentary with the content that you are curating. Make sure that you use the acronym CTTO to protect yourself. Also, if you get any kind of complaint or notification from the rights owner, pull the curated content down. It's not worth it. You don't want to blow all the cash that you have managed to build up creating your own distinct online brand because you don't want to let go of curated content. If you're doing this right, you should have a lot of curated materials anyway. You're not really losing much if the rights owner tells you to pull down a few posts on your social media accounts. When you get such notifications, make sure you act on them promptly. Don't sit on them. Don't blow them off. You're just going to make things harder on yourself if they decide to sue you. Make no mistake, intellectual property right law is no joke. There are fines that you can face, and you might even get jail time. It can get that bad. So do yourself a big favor and make sure you protect yourself adequately when sharing other people's content. Now, please understand that what makes this really murky is the fact that when content goes viral on the internet, it usually changes hands so many times. In fact, this may have happened so much that you really don't know who the real owner is. You really don't know who created that content in the first place. Do yourself a big favor and make sure that you follow the rules above and you are very responsive to take down notices or notifications. Maximize niche targeting for your curated content. What is curation? Once you have gathered your reverse-engineered content, please understand that you are going to be using them to build credibility for your social media accounts and, ultimately, to drive traffic to your target website. Your target website could be a resource site, it could be a series of article pages, or it can be an actual blog. However you set it up, you're going to be using third-party content to build credibility for your accounts and build their following. What will pull traffic from those accounts to your target pages, blogs, or resource sites are specific pieces of content or ads that you rotate in between curated content. I hope this is clear to you. You're going to be publishing curated third-party content on your social media account. Now, you may be asking, isn't this illegal? Wouldn't these people object? No, they won't. It's a win-win situation. You're driving traffic to them while at the same time establishing your own niche credibility. You're also calling people to action with their content to like your page, follow you on Twitter or Instagram or whatever other social media platforms you're on. You're creating a win-win situation. The people behind the curated content get traffic and brand visibility. You, on the other hand, get to build up your social media accounts. Once you have a big following, an increasing number of people would then see the direct links to your conversion pages. They can then click through and you end up with more traffic to your email squeeze page. This can lead to a larger email list, which can produce a great amount of income opportunities later on. That's how you play the game. It all boils down to reverse engineering and curating somebody else's content. How to improve curated content. I wish I could tell you that you can just take third-party viral content and promote them as is. This is precisely what a lot of other marketers are doing. Unfortunately, if you were to do that, you're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table. You have to understand that you're not just trying to pump up traffic with curated content. That should not be your main goal. Your main goal should not be traffic volume. Instead, your main goal is to get niche targeted people to review your materials. The more of these people you reach, the more likely they would click on the link to your social media account and become a follower or channel subscriber or page liker or fan. Whatever form it takes, your objective is to get a massive amount of people to follow you. You're trying to create a fan base. And it's going to be hard to do this if you are just sending out curated content with the same headlines that were originally used. People can see that your stuff is not really original, so they probably would ignore it. After all, this stuff is viral, so they've probably seen it before from somewhere else. Your first step after you have filtered curated content for niche specificity is to change their headlines. Create niche targeted headlines for all your curated content. Bring it home. Tighten the focus of this content. For example, if you have a dropshipping store that sells cat pendants and you have found really great viral videos of cute kittens, make sure the headlines of the video teases people or informs them about your inventory. This is not easy because you have to do it in an attention-grabbing way. But if you're able to give this enough time, you can come up with a niche-specific headline that will get people excited about your niche-specific social media account. Create niche-targeted descriptions or commentary for curated content. Not only should you recreate the headline of the content that you're poaching, you should also do the same for its descriptions or commentary. It's really important to make it clear that this content is intended for a specific audience. This way, when this material blasts its way all over the internet and through all social networks, it can then filter people who are interested in the content. Only people who are really in your niche would want to click on the link that you paired with the content to go back to your social media account. Use niche-targeted hashtags. This piece of advice applies to people using curated content on Twitter and Instagram. If you did your homework correctly with videos 4 and 5, you should already be aware of Twitter hashtags that are very popular in your niche. Compile a list of these. Rotate among these when you publish curated content on Instagram and Twitter. This way, you piggyback on hashtags being searched for by people interested in your niche. This is how you get niche-targeted eyeballs. Again, the whole point here is not just to drive a mob of otherwise uninterested people to your social media accounts. Instead, you're looking to get a nice flow of people who are truly interested in your niche and then getting them to follow you on social media. Remember the secondary effects of curated viral content. Viral content is so powerful because you don't just attract people who are already interested in your niche, you also end up motivating them to share with their own social circles. This can lead people sharing the same interests or roughly the same interests to see the links to your social media accounts. So understand how this secondary traffic effect works when crafting headlines, descriptions, and commentary. You're not just repackaging hot content. You're trying to reach people and also their friends and the friends of those friends who share the same niche interests. I want to share with you this big picture so you can see how important this is. This is not something you just blow through. So you have to give this proper attention so as to maximize the niche targeting capabilities of the curated viral content that you are sharing.